This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of The Secret of the Ooze Super Shredder. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that really awesome, iconic Secret of the Ooze image from the vintage movie posters and the VHS tape. Turning the box around, we can see multiple panels and images showcasing the figure in multiple posing positions with his different interchangeable parts and accessories. And if we open the lid, we can see that the figure is in a window box packaging and a great image of the figure printed in the inside. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and let him breathe. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Super Shredder. Oh my god, dude. I am so happy about this. You know, I just reviewed Toka and Razar a couple days ago, and then a couple days later, this guy comes in the mail, and I couldn't be more stoked. This is one of those characters that I always, even since a little kid, I always wanted a really updated figure of him. You know, badass sculpt and paint, articulation, all that good stuff. And man, this is incredible. Neca killed it. Now, I actually do have that vintage figure that I'll show here shortly, but still, oh my god, dude. So the head sculpt just looks great, I think. With that crazy Kevin Nash face under there, you can see his eyes just looking really intense and insane. I dig that. The face mask looks incredible. The wash that's over the silver, you got some silver dry brush in here with a little bit of blue in there to give some like highlights. I think that is so amazing. These shoulder pads were pretty much just modified like football shoulder pads back in the day. I think that's so cool. I love how they did the rigid spikes and things like that. Oh my god, but look at the back right here. That looks so good, dude. Oh my god, see all the edged blades like that? Oh my god, dude. But the muscle structure all looks really great. I love how they painted this thing. It just looks so good, man. So freaking good. The belt looks really nice. See all that wash in there? It looks really cool. The arm braces right here with all those blades looking really sharp. Love how they did this. The hand sculpts look really good too. He has that kind of like dirty hand kind of thing going on. He just looks really like twisted and whatnot, like he's been in the water a little too long, so he's all wrinkled up now. But that looks so good, dude. Oh my god, the legs are really sharp, man. Oh god, be careful. You don't want to bust his quad. You don't want to bust his quad, Nash. Be careful. But the blades on there look really good too. See how that silver dry brushing on there really makes it look like it's actual metal? I dig that, man. The boots with the wraps. See how that dry brushing on there too goes over that? Looks really cool. You gotta do peg holes on the feet. The wrapping on the toes like that, all looking awesome. Some Super Shredder booty back there. Oh my god, dude, I love the black wash up again in the purple right here. Again, those nalgas right there. Then we got this really nice soft goods cape, which looks really cool. And then it has the nice outline on the lining on the outside, looking really good too. So I dig this, man. Oh my god, I am so freaking happy with this. So I'm gonna bring in the Super Shredder here real quick from the vintage line. This is my vintage classic Super Shredder. I always love this toy. Still one of my favorite vintage TMNT toys. But man, this is what I've been yearning for my whole friggin' life. Loved this one as a kid. Loved this one as an adult. Now I get to enjoy both, which is really, really awesome to me. But also, I have that first movie Shredder from NECA. This one right here really makes me hope we get a Secret of the Ooze Shredder in the standard form, because this one is more based on the comic where he wore the red, and by Secret of the Ooze came out, he started wearing purple, and of course he had like the ridges on the spikes and the helmet and things like that. So I'm really hoping, I'm pretty sure they will at some point, give us a standard Shredder from Secret of the Ooze with the purple gear. I think that would be really cool, but still, oh my god, I'm so happy with this. So happy. Okay, so now let's talk accessories here. So we do get a bunch of interchangeable hands. You got that open palm hands. You got kind of loose gripping hands like that. You do got closed fisted hands that come packaged in the box, and then you get more of like a tighter gripping hand. As you can see on here, I have a gripping hand on one side and an open palm on the other. We also do get this big giant staff, like Naginata weapon right here, which is really cool. Very huge weapon with a pike on the end. The blade on that looks really nice. A little dry brushing on there too, make it look a little dirty and worn. I dig that. Compared to the vintage weapon, this is the one that the vintage figure came with. I kind of wish they would have just done a realistic version of this one, but I realize this is just more of a toyetic type of weapon here. This is probably based on more like real life, so I get that. So kind of cool seeing the two different weapons, and I'm glad he even came with a weapon, because I don't think he used a weapon in the movie at all. He just punched through like wood and stuff like that and was pretty much dead in like 30 seconds, but still, I love the fact that they even included something like that. And then the final accessory we do get is the TGRI Ooze canister like this, looking really nice with that really bright silver. The paint on the lettering looks really good, and that really awesome green paint in there. So not a whole ton of accessories with this guy. He really doesn't need a lot. The interchangeable hands is pretty much really all you need. I see the canister here and the weapon as just bonuses, honestly, but still very cool. Okay, and just a note in case you guys aren't aware yet, with like a lot of NECA figures, you're gonna want to heat up these joints. A lot of my elbows here and the knees were really tight, so I had to run those under some running hot water. And in my experience, running hot water in the sink is the best way to heat up any figure. A bowl of hot water can only work temporarily, and a hair dryer, even on the lowest setting, can sometimes be damaging to a figure. So my experience, running hot water in the sink is so much better, and it works way easier. And then one of the things you're going to want to heat up too is definitely the wrist pegs here. I had to reheat these things up like 3 or 4 times, just removed between switching the hands, because they were just super tight. So just be very careful with that. Be very careful when you're working with any NECA figure. It's just something we kind of have to do. We've kind of got used to it. I wish we didn't have to, but I get it. It's something we do have to worry about. So still, once you get that, you should have no real problems. Okay, so moving on to the articulation here. So the head on a ball joint rolls around a good bit. You can get left and right like so. Lots of good clearance right there, even with those shoulder pads. Can look up about that far, down about, my head's like stuck right here on that peg. There we go. Down like that, and then pivot side to side a bit. Arms can go all the way up. You're going to be hindered by those shoulder pads, but they're soft enough, kinda, but you're really only going to get about that far. Back about that much, up and out to the side about that far. Still pretty tight, so I might need to loosen that up a little more. Double joint elbows that bend about that much, as well as rotation at the elbow, rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. And then these cuffs right here, like the whole gauntlet area, also does rotate. We get a ball peg in the midsection, so that rolls around, and there's one other one right here going into the crotch area, so you roll that around left and right, pivot a bit, crunch back and forth a bit, so decent amount, nothing crazy, but there's still something there. Hip joints that kick forward about that far, back about that much, splits all the way at about that far, rotation in the upper thigh. We got double jointed knees that go about there, cannot kick himself in his own butt. We got nothing at the boot, ankles go up, down, really good ankle rocker, and then nothing at the toes. So overall, I am so freaking happy with this thing. Again, couldn't be happier to have another Kevin Nash on the shelf. This Super Shredder is just beautiful. Again, to me, it is definitely a work of art. I think NECA does incredible things with the TMNT license, and in my opinion, he is absolutely a must-get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and McFarlane Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to a WWE Elite Kevin Nash figure from Mattel. And for even more comparison, here he is standing next to the movie Raphael and Donatello, also from NECA. And for even more NECA comparison, here he is standing next to the movie Shredder. And for even more comparison, Here he is standing next to that vintage Super Shredder from Playmates. And just for fun, here he is with little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Secret of the Ooze Super Shredder. Now man, I cannot believe how awesome this guy turned out. The sculpt is so incredibly detailed, and I absolutely love the paint here. This is the Super Shredder I've always wanted ever since I was a little kid, and we finally got it, and I think it's freaking awesome. I think Neca absolutely killed it with this piece. Again, the detail is so insane, from the helmet to the spikes all over the place, to that really beautiful soft goods cape, even down to the hands where they're all wrinkled, all looks incredible to me. Throw in interchangeable hands, and even a weapon we know he didn't use, but still really cool to have a weapon. I love everything about this. It's a beautiful work of art. Much like Toka and Razar, I am so stoked to add this to the TMNT collection. And might I just say, thank you Neca for giving me some of my favorite TMNT toys of all time. I think these are all incredible. The vintage 3 movies for TMNT were awesome to me. Even part 3, I love that movie. And man, would I kill to have Samurai Turtles done by Neca? I think that would be so rad. But this is just a beautiful collection, and I cannot wait to get more. Again, throw me a Vanilla Ice, throw me a Kino, throw me a... Hey, I'll take a Secret of the Ooze April O'Neil. I think that would be really cool too. I want all of these figures from these iconic movies. They are some of my favorites, and again, definitely a must get. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.